Tu sei un grande giocatore, vai a segnare il gol.
He does speak English.
You are eliminated. He just doesn't look like a footballer, really.
It's Guess the Footballer time. We've teamed up Mickey van der Ven with 3 Junior 1 Hotspur members to create the perfect detective squad. Their job is to work out which of these 5 guys is the real footballer. They've all got stories of their playing days, but only one is telling the truth. Each round, Mickey and his detective team will have a chance to grill our footballers with any questions they want. So let's see where they start.
Number 3, can you please step up? What country were you from?
England.
Number 2,
Buongiorno,
what did your manager used to say before the game started?
tu sei un grande giocatore, vai a segnare il gol.
He does speak English.
Apparently not Mickey, so this might be harder than you thought.
Number 5,
Hi guys.
have you won the Premier League with your club?
Unfortunately not.
On which boots do you use to play?
Predators.
Ach, wat is het?
Roberto Baggio, Diodora.
Oh.
Puma King.
Mizuno Neo 3s.
I had Nike Vapors, but they were for NFL because they were lighter, so I could run faster.
Mickey's not too sure about number 5.
What do you guys think?
I think kind of number 1, maybe. Doesn't look like a footballer.
Doesn't look like a footballer. Poor number 1.
You all agree with it?
Number 1, you are eliminated, sadly. He just doesn't look like a footballer, really.
1 eliminated. But what if they just got rid of the only real footballer in the room?
Let's find out more in round 2.
Number 5, when did you start your career?
I actually started in 1995 when I joined Tottenham at under 10.
How old are you now?
40. We wasn't here though, we was in a place called Chigwell. This is very, very new.
Okay.
But that's where it began.
Your whole career at Tottenham.
No.
And then?
2 youth team, and then I've ended up in Thailand. That's who I played for in Thailand. Suphanbury.
How long you played there?
2 seasons, 85 games.
Tottenham and then there. 2 seasons, 85 games there.
Yep.
85 games?
Impressive.
You can say that again, Mickey.
Number 2,
Io ho cominciato a giocare 1983-84 con la squadra Watford. Poi sono andato in Italia e ho fatto la prova con la Roma, primavera, 1986.
You played national team? Azzurri?
I wish,
No?
magari no.
This is Roma. This is not
Nazionale, nazionale.
Roma. Why you bring Nazionale if you don't play Nazionale?
Sono italiano.
Okay, interesting.
Was that some English I heard there, number 2?
I have doubts about him as well. Him, number 5.
Number 4, have you ever won a title, and what title did you win if you did?
No, I've not won a title.
Which teams did you play for?
Sydney FC in the A-League in Australia.
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
And you played there for?
2 years.
Ooh la la. I got questions for all of them. So first, number 2, please. What do you used to have for pre-match meal?
Io prendevo succo di frutta e poi qui in Inghilterra si chiamano i pancake,
Yeah.
cose così, un po' di sciroppo sopra
Yeah.
e frutta.
Okay. Number 3?
My pre-match meal was chicken and beans.
Pancakes with honey and fruit.
Where I was based, there was a lot of noodles, a coffee alongside it. I always needed a coffee, regardless of time of the day.
So coffee and noodles.
Yeah.
That's it. It is more difficult than I expected though.
I'm starting to think none of them are footballers, Mickey.
I don't like the pancakes and fruit from the Italian guy. What do you guys think?
Pancakes aren't really great for a football match.
I don't think it's enough.
No.
So we said number 2? Oh?
Yeah, number 2.
You agree? Agree?
Number 2,
Our Italian stallion is gone.
Grazie, bocca al lupo.
We had our doubts about the pre-match meal. To be honest, if we ask him questions, we can't really get an answer because we don't understand it, so we can't get any further.
3 remain. One of them just lied to Mickey's face about something basic. The question is whether he noticed.
To all of them, how long before the game you have your pre-match meal?
I would have my pre-match meal 3 hours before a game.
I'd have my pre-match meal 3 to 4 hours before kick-off.
The aim would always be to have my pre-match 3 hours before. It can't always be guaranteed, especially with the traffic in Thailand.
Who was your favourite player when you were a kid?
Paul Gascoigne.
Steven Gerrard.
Kenny Dalglish.
At least these lot have got a bit of ball knowledge, it seems.
Which position they all play?
All of you. What position did you play? Number 3.
Striker.
How many goals did you score in your career?
In my career, I scored 70 goals.
Ooh, he's doubting, He needed to think too long for his goals.
Left back.
You're left-footed.
Yep.
Quite tall for left back though.
I scored 9 in my career when I was in Thailand, but I was a number 7. So I played right midfield.
Right midfield, 64 games, 7 goals.
85 games, 9 goals, 36 assists.
I'm not sure Mickey and his team are buying number 5's story.
Doubting him a bit now.
Midfielders normally get a bit
Not
more
great
if you think
stepping
about it. I think number 5.
Right? Okay. That's what you guys agree?
Yeah.
So who's the next one out?
Number 5.
Number 5 is gone. 2 remain, and one of them allegedly has a connection to this club that nobody's figured out yet.
What is your training schedules? Starting off with number 3.
Monday, Tuesday training, Wednesday rest day, Thursday, Friday training, match day on a Saturday.
Sunday would be recovery. Monday might be a little bit of a lighter session.
Yeah, it sounds believable.
Yeah, believable. Question for both of you. What was the worst injury you've ever had?
I had too many injuries. Groin injury and broken bone in my foot, metatarsal.
How long you out with these injuries?
One was 9 months, one was 3 months
Oh, yeah.
for surgery.
I ruptured 2 ligaments in my left ankle. When I returned to playing, I did the same injury again, which ended my career.
Oh, yeah.
At 22.
You had operations on the first one?
I didn't know. Recovery was about 3 months. Then when I returned, I did the same injury again.
And you're 22?
I'm 22.
And you didn't do surgery after the...
No,
Why?
I didn't need surgery.
But to save your career.
I didn't need it. That's what was recommended to me.
That's a big one. Normally you do surgery.
He needs a surgery.
If you play in the evening, what's your routine through the whole day?
I'd go for a morning walk just to stretch my legs out.
On match day, I would have lunch about 1 o'clock, rest, probably sleep in the afternoon,
Possibly an early afternoon nap.
arrive at the stadium 5:30, 6 o'clock for an 8 o'clock kickoff.
If we arrive straight to the stadium, we normally arrive 3 hours before kickoff. That makes sense, but it depends. Like, I never walk in the morning, but some players like to do it, so it's a bit difficult.
One of these 2 is lying, and the stakes are about to get real.
When you were playing for your club, which team member did you get along with the most?
Oh, good question.
Probably the best player that I played with at my team was a striker called Les Ferdinand. He also played for Tottenham Hotspur.
Which clubs do you play?
I was here as a schoolboy.
Yeah.
My first professional team for 8 years was Queen's Park Rangers. My father played for Tottenham Hotspur in the great double team. My brother Clive played for Tottenham Hotspur, and in one season here in 1987 scored 49 goals. And my cousin Paul also played for Spurs, and he was a part of the 1991 FA Cup winning team.
And you? Only QPR?
Mostly QPR.
Number 3's entire family playing for Spurs. Might be too far for Mickey.
So the teammate that I got along best with was Jack Rodwell. He was also a defender, and he was a little bit older than I was, so he acted as like a mentor. He played for Manchester City, Everton, Sunderland, and he also played a few games for England as well.
You played with him?
Yes.
At Sydney?
At Sydney FC.
Looks like number 3 has really tickled Mickey.
I feel like you get the surgery to be back on the football pitch. Like at 22, you got such a career there.
That's what I think as well, but when I asked number 3 about his career, he started laughing. He saw his whole family, but I asked about him, so that's a bit like... It's difficult. You do make one group answer, and we say like this.
I think it's number 3, the footballer. Yeah.
Number 3 footballer, you too?
Yeah.
You too. So sometimes he's quite confident in his answers, and it just makes sense what he's saying. Of course, sometimes we had our doubts, like his ends as well, and I think with the other guy who probably we don't think it is, I think he had more opportunities to continue his career. So we all came together and we made a decision that we think that number 3 is the football player who played professional before.
So after kicking out the other 4, our detectives believe number 3 is the footballer. But are they correct?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well done, well done. Mr. in front of me was quite confident. I think I had my doubts when I said to him, like, what was your former clubs? And then he started laughing.
Here's further evidence. So this is one of my old shirts. It's a retro shirt from my team, Queen's Park Rangers.
Hey, but what are those stains on it?
It's original.
Number 10, yeah?
Number 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have played football in Australia in the division below the A-League, so semi-professional.
Despite not looking like a footballer, here at the club I work within our global football development team.
Like Ross, I work for our global football development team. As a youngster, I played for Watford. I had England schoolboy trials. I had a trial in Roma.
I work for the global team. I help and support develop the coaches amongst our care and get to travel the world.
You made a mistake with 84 games in 2 seasons, though.